Good morning. Today I am going to go in with some color on this sketchy study that I did. So I grabbed my watercolors and one of these brushes. I don't know if you've ever seen these before. You just fill it with water. It's got a brush tip on the end of it. And what's nice about this is you just kind of squeeze it into your watercolors and just quickly sketch. This is great to use outdoors for quick sketching. I've got my coffee here, my inspiration, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of loosely paint this in. So let's see. I have kind of misted some of these paints a little bit. Let me get this in here so you can see this. And you can use a small pan set of watercolors, or it's just something that you can, mix different colors. Let me start another pile over here with some green. And, we're just going to do this. We're just going to think of this as a study. And we're not going to get too hung up on it. I don't know which brown to use here, maybe this. So I have a little bit of brown, a little bit of green, and like a goldish yellow. I might even add just a little orange over here on the fly in case I want to grab it. And who knows, maybe I'll use like a turquoise. Oh, I don't have a cup of water. Let me grab a cup of water really quick. Okay, so let's go. And so the idea with this is that, you really don't have to paint the entire thing. So maybe I'll wet it a little bit first and grab my yellow. And it's funny, I really do see these splotches of that, right? And then there's really a lot of green on here. So I find myself needing a lot of paint. And I'm squeezing. I don't have to fill the whole thing in either. This isn't even really meant to take watercolor, so don't quite know how this is going to turn out, but let's see what happens if I add just a little bit of orange. I like this golden color a lot. And then I think I want to make this green a little stronger. And I'm just trying to keep it really simple. It's almost like I need a bigger brush. This is so big. And I want it to have like a little bit of a tropical vibe. So I'm going to add some blue to this brown. And so now I just want to maybe, oops, that's too dark of a blue, start doing my leaves. And I'm going to really take a different stance on here and make them kind of bluish. Really don't have to stay in the lines too much. Okay. Let's get a nice bright green now. Yeah, this brush is too small. Yeah, let me pick up a bigger brush. Here's a nice new size 16. So this is a Princeton Heritage. Yeah, I just find myself needing a much larger brush. There we go, that's better. Maybe we'll use some cool blue, some cool greens here. Not too many though. It's more of a warm green happening with pineapples. And I'm going to put the same color gold that I used in the base of the pineapple on here. Here's a interesting green. It's kind of opaque, but let's see what happens. It kind of livens it up a little bit, and I think I want to just splatter too. The splatters are fun. And then what if I put a little, like a turquoisey blue? Oh yeah, I like that. So it's, I mean, you really wouldn't expect to see blue in a pineapple, but that's the fun thing about this, is that we're putting our own little take on this. All right, so that kind of needs to dry a little bit. Yeah, I like how the blue adds a tropical vibe. Kind of fun, right? And, you know, this was just a quick little fun study. We're going to let that dry and come back to it. So with this one, we did the lines first and added paint on top, watercolor. What if we did it the other way around and did the, again, I'm going to use another sheet of tag board. So what if we did the paint first? Now that we've done one, we're kind of familiar with the subject. And I just want to loosely put some paint down. Sorry, I'm slurping my coffee. So I'll start with that pretty gold color again. And just kind of rough in a pineapple shape. Start getting some leaves on here now. And you know, you don't have to buy a watercolor brush. You can use the same brushes that you've used for acrylics. Oh, I like that. What if we just put dots? This kind of gives a hint of the underside. And how about if we used orange this time? I really like what those dots did with that green. Actually, it was a blue. And I'm letting the colors mix. So that's what I would suggest that you do. Just experiment with painting loose washes like this of different shaped pineapples. You could do it on just any heavy paper. If you've got the Canson Excel watercolor paper, it'd probably work great. Do yourself several of them, and we're going to come back in and add lines to it. So yeah, that's it for today. We're just going to do some watercolor, and if you don't have watercolor, you can use your acrylic paints. Just water them down and do some really loose pineapple paintings.